Hi guys, Virginia here, and I'm back with another 12x12 process video for the May Kitaholic Kits. And I just showed you the photo. It's a photo of some cats. They are the farm cats on the farm that we're on. And I thought I'd have a go at a sketch that I put out on the Kitaholic Kits Facebook, Kitaholic Kits subscribers Facebook group. So if you're a subscriber to the Kitaholic Kits, you would have seen it, and yeah, I thought that I would use that today. So I do end up flipping the sketch kind of and do a vertical design instead of a horizontal design, but yeah, so I have trimmed down my photo and just backed it on a bit of white cardstock just to give it a bit of a white border and just to make it a bit smaller. So there's one thing, I'm only using one photo instead of two, but that's okay. And I'm just going to go through the papers and kind of decide what patterns I want to use. I like the idea of this floral. It's really nice and light and bright. And then I was going to use these butterflies. But I wanted something to kind of separate those two layers because they're very similar. And so I chose this black with writing on it. So I thought that that would be a nice defined line between those layers. The sketch only has 2 layers of paper, but I'm using 3, so there's a little bit of a difference. So I'm just trimming down my paper into some strips, and I'm just going to layer them on top of each other. So you're probably wondering why I'm documenting some cats. These are the farm cats on the farm that we work on, and the little ginger and white one and the black and white fluffy one were born just after we moved here. They were tiny little kittens running around the farm. There's quite a few cats on the farm. I'm just kind of documenting. I'm getting all nostalgic now because we're about a week and a bit away from moving off the farm. So yeah, I'm getting all sentimental and all that kind of stuff because we're moving and there's things that I'm going to miss. And these little cats are something that I'm going to miss. I think you all know by now that I'm an animal lover. We love our animals. And these little guys are just another little part of the farm and an added bonus, I guess. They are a great kind of natural pest control for the farm. You won't find any rats or mice around the farm because these guys do a really good job of getting rid of them. We don't feed them. However, they do very, very often get milk from the milk lines at the end of milking. So and this is a photo of them in the milking shed, and they've got their big bowl of milk and they're tucking into it. So yeah, but the little ginger and white one, whenever I'm feeding the calves in the morning, he is straight up meowing at me, rubbing against my legs, telling me he wants his morning milk. So yeah, it's just something that I'm going to miss, so I wanted to document it. Okay, so I've kind of mucked around. I matted my photo again with a layer of that black pattern paper with the writing on it. And I've pulled out some of the wood veneer pieces, and now I'm going through some of the stickers and just adhering them to some white cardstock, and then I'm going to cut them out so that I can move them around the page easily. So just pulling off ones that I like. So I'm going through the sticker sheets and the 12x12 sticker sheet, and I do fussy cut a few flowers from some of the pattern papers as well, just to kind of add to my cluster that I'm going to have forming around my photo, which goes with the sketch. Okay, so I'm back and I've trimmed them all out, and I've got some fussy cut flowers. So I'm really liking how things are heading, so I'm going to adhere this pattern paper down. I don't want it to start moving. It's going to drive me nuts otherwise. So I'll just glue this large piece down. I haven't done it right to the edges. It's just so that I can tuck those pattern papers underneath. So then I'll do the black one, and then I'll tuck that pink and white, or pink and cream, directly under the black. So I'm just tucking it in so there's a nice thin border of it, but it's got a nice separation between those two pattern papers. And that brings in a bit of black as well. And when there's a bit more black or a bit more of some colour, then it to me, in my mind, it makes it feel like I can bring more of that colour in. And black's quite a harsh colour compared to all these soft colours that we've got going on the page. So if I add a bit like those large strips, it makes things feel a bit more balanced. So I'm just grabbing the fussy cut flowers that I've got, and just kind of stacking them in a cluster beside the photo. Putting in a leaf and including some on top of the photo as well, because that makes the photo feel like it's a part of the cluster, if that makes sense. I also had some butterflies left over from another layout, so I've pulled some of them out as well, and also some little ones that I've cut out. So I'm just tucking them in, and they just help to kind of extend that cluster out and add a bit more colour as well. So I'm just popping them in place, getting a good variety around the page. Little pink one, and a little white one. So I'm not sure whether I'm pretty sure this video will come out probably after we've moved, and I probably will have started creating videos again, but as soon as this goes up, I'm going to start packing up my craft room, and I've had major anxiety about this for weeks. I didn't know where to start, but yeah, I just decided I'm just going to have to do it. I'm just going to box it up, and I'll just have to go a wee while without doing any crafts. So it's a bit sad, but I'm sure I will get through it. Okay, so just finish those flowers off now, and now I'm going to start adding to the rest of the page. So I've grabbed this little scallop wood veneer piece, and I've just trimmed a bit off it so that it'll fit nicely up to the edge of that photo, and I'm going to glue that down. And the word happy, I thought I could use that, and that would bring in another larger element of wood veneer. Kind of making 3 clusters. So I have the one bottom right of the photo, kind of the title I'm deciding is 1, and then I end up with one up there where I've just put that other bit of wood veneer, and I think that having a bit of wood veneer in each kind of makes them stand out as their own. So I'm just working through the pieces, trying to work out, I like the idea of that camera. I've got 2 there, and I felt like that one under the word happy was too large, so I do end up taking that off after I've tried it in a few places. There we go, it's gone now. Okay, a little butterfly down there, and another smaller butterfly, and I just sit that on the edge of that wood veneer piece. Another one there, and I do put another couple up at the top, so it's kind of connecting everything. But yeah, a little bird. I like the idea of putting a little bird on there because cats like to catch birds. That sounds bad, doesn't it? It's really bad, yeah. But they do. Anyway, some more little bits and pieces. This is one of the stickers that I've just cut off the floral section and put on some pattern paper. Not pattern paper, white paper. And I'm just trying it, but I don't think that smaller one ends up making it to the page. But I do put that larger one there. There we go. I do try the smaller one around, but no, I end up putting it away. There we go. Rightio. A couple of feathers, because that kind of goes with the bird. And they're pretty. I've lost my tweezers. There we go. So I just tuck them in up there. And these are a sticker that I've just put on some white cardstock and cut out. And I've just overlapped that on top of that wood veneer. So that just kind of adds to that little cluster. Rightio. So I'm liking all these bits and pieces. So I'm going to glue them in place. Just going to work through. And I've put a little bit of adhesive foam behind each of the butterfly wings on either side. And then just put glue down the centre just to make sure that they stay propped up. So that's all done, and I'm adding a few of these little heart wood veneers around the place. Whoops, lost it. So I scattered a few of them around, one in each of the clusters. And I'm going to go through the sticker sheets and pull out a bunch of the little hearts that they've got on there. I love that there are so many like little itty bits on these sticker sheets. It's really been fun to play with. Scattering the little elements, especially the little hearts. I've got a slightly larger heart there, and then I'll go through and pull out some smaller ones off the page. Just scattering them around, adding colour. Another one down there. a little word sticker off the 12x12 sticker sheet, and this one says I am completely content, because they love their milk. And this little pink one says love, joy, happiness. So I'm just going to put a bit of glue behind it, make sure it stays stuck. And a little black tab with some little hearts on it. I just stuck up the top of the photo. Another little flower sticker, which I stick just over there. And a little checkered heart, which I end up tucking in between the black and the pink and white stripe pattern paper. So it's peeking out between those layers. And a bit of glue to make sure it's going to stay. A few more little tiny hearts off the sticker sheets. And I think I'd stick a little yellow one on the photo cluster. Here we go. Another one down the bottom. There we go. So I like to kind of overlap stickers, especially like little hearts and stuff, because then they will feel, it feels more, what's the word, like organic, or like it's just been thrown on the page, when some are kind of overlapping and clustered together and then there's sprinkled out. Rightio, so I'm going to finish off my title, and I'm just going to spell out the word cats with these Pink Fresh Studio puffy stickers that came in the kit. They're really lovely, kind of scripty font almost. So I'm just going to tuck that in there. Wasn't much guessing about where my title was going to go. I'll just put my A and then my C, and then I will put a bit of glue behind each of those letters to make sure they're going to stay. I'm just making sure it looks straight enough on the page. Alright, so I'll just glue them down. Don't make you watch it all. And a couple of little blue puffy hearts from this Pink Fresh Studio, the mix number 2 puffy heart sticker sheet. I feel like I've used these on every layout, and I'm still nowhere near making a dent in them. So it's a huge sheet of hearts, but it's so it's so fun. Okay, so these are from the Kitaholic Kits exclusive, one of the die cut packs, and there was a bunch of labels, and I thought that would be a good place for my journaling, and I end up just using the yellow one and the pink one, and just kind of stagger them and then write my journaling out on that. And I'll just read you what it says. It just says, these little guys were born not long after we moved here. I'm going to miss the little ginger one coming up for pets and milk every morning when we move to the new farm. Lastly, a little bit of gold Heidi Swap colour shine, and that's it for the layout. So I hope you enjoyed the process. I will be back as soon as I can with new process videos on my channel, and until next time, bye guys.